Hello friends, welcome to the Trading Temple channel. Today we're going to talk about the ICP coin. As you can see, ICP has dropped nearly 20% today and it's really had a sharp move downward. Well, the entire crypto market is pretty much in the red today. Most coins are down. Some coins have dropped by 10%, some by 15%, and it's a mix, but most coins are in the red. There are a few coins that are in the green. Bitcoin is also sitting at around $101,000, and it's near a very important support level, which is around $100,000. Well, as we can see, we had previously estimated that ICP's price might go up to $10, and it did get close to $10. But now, on this Sunday, ICP is experiencing a sharp downward move. So, what's important regarding what might happen to ICP next is that in about a week and a half, ICP's price went up by almost 250%. And this current move, where it's dropped about 20%, is pretty normal. After a 250% price increase, it's very likely to have a pullback, and if that pullback is around 20%, that's to be expected. It's completely normal. Until when is it normal? If we switch to the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, ICP has a very important support at $6.50. And it's really important for ICP's price to hold at this level. So if the price drops down to this area, close to $6.50, it's still normal and it can bounce back up in the next move and head upward, just as we predicted in previous videos. Well, if it reaches around $6.50 and manages to hold itself in this area, there's a chance for the next upward move, which could take it toward $12. But if it loses the $6.50 level, the situation becomes very dire and really bad, and there's even a possibility it could drop down to $4.50. Well, a lot of people might not want to hear this, but they need to know that this $6.50 area is a very important support. As you can see, this $6.50 level has been a very significant support level for the ICP chart. Also, when it broke through the $6.50 level, this area became very important as a resistance, which was tested several times but couldn't be broken. Now that it's broken upwards, this area needs to hold as a support level so that ICP can have another upward move. In the situation I'm describing, it's very important that Bitcoin's price either remains stable or goes up. If Bitcoin breaks through $100,000 and then drops lower, it will be very bad for ICP because ICP's price will most likely fall as well and head towards $4.50. So what does that mean? At this price, ICP needs to hold itself at $6.50. Even if it bounces back up from here, that's okay. It doesn't have to test it exactly, but there's a chance it could come down to this area, test it, and then move upward. What we had predicted on the weekly time frame was that ICP had a very strong resistance in this area, close to $10. And also in this area, we mentioned that the weekly moving averages for ICP are located here, and there's a chance they could cause some problems for ICP in the short term. And what you're seeing is exactly that. After ICP hit the 100-week and 200-week moving averages, it ran into trouble and has experienced a 20% pullback up to this point. But in the next move, as I said, ICP needs to be able to hold on to this level that it has formed here, the $6.50 level. If it holds $6.50 and Bitcoin can also stay stable or even go up, then ICP could in the next move even go up to $15. But if it can't do that and both Bitcoin and ICP lose their levels here, the next level is $4.50 and things will get very difficult for ICP. For now, we have to see what happens to the crypto market over the next week. For now, the green volume has been very high in ICP, and these downward moves of nearly 20% are quite normal because ICP went up 250% in just a week and a half. So it's normal for ICP to experience a 20% drop now. For now, we just have to wait and see what happens. Also, as you can see, the RSI was overbought. ICP had reached close to level 86. And as I said, these kinds of pullbacks are normal and the RSI needs to come down a bit and come down. In these areas around 60, level 60 is good and it should hold level 60. All right, that was about ICP. Let's also take a look at Bitcoin dominance because it's really important for altcoins. Bitcoin dominance, as you can see, we've been waiting for a long time for this Bitcoin dominance to drop. What's important for Bitcoin dominance is that if in the next move it reaches this purple box, it's going to be very significant for ICP, and the price of ICP could potentially explode upwards. We have to see if Bitcoin dominance can drop sharply here, which would be good for altcoins because altcoins haven't performed very well recently. But Bitcoin dominance can indicate that altcoins will go up when Bitcoin dominance falls. For now, this trend line that we've drawn has finally managed to break through. It still hasn't been confirmed yet. It has done a backtest on this trend line. If it can hold itself in this area and gains momentum in its next move, it could reach the level we've drawn here, with Bitcoin dominance getting close to 54%, and this could create a good move for some coins. And in the long term, we estimate that it could even reach these lower areas, but we have to see what happens. Usually, if you look at the weekly time frame, you'll see that the moves have been very small and they're green. And this kind of gradual rise usually leads to a sharp downward reaction, so the likelihood of it going down is high. We'll have to see what happens by next week. And if Bitcoin, the best case scenario for this to happen is for Bitcoin to remain stable or for Bitcoin to rise slowly, which would indicate a good situation for altcoins, allowing them to perform better. That was today's video about ICP, and we also took a look at Bitcoin dominance. I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe, and don't forget that trading is never 100% certain. Everything is based on probability. Until the next video, goodbye.